Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about transforming a failed product into a successful Amazon FBA business. We've all been there, right? If you've launched more than like 3 Amazon products, odds are you've failed at something. And failed, it's like we almost don't have a good word for it in English. We need like a new word. It's like an experiment, right? Experiment with a result that wasn't the result that you wanted. That's what we'll call it. Okay, the result was that you wanted profit and you wanted a product that sold 10 units a day, and maybe you got one that sold 1 unit a day and you had to go negative to even get that one sale. How do we then go from there? That like crushing feeling like, I'll just spend a month on this, working on this, 2 months on this, came in and it just was horrible. Show you how to turn that around into a successful Amazon FBA business, because it's not over yet. So with that being said, guys, be sure to stick around to the end so you don't miss out on any of the info. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. But other than that, let's get right into it. All right, cool. So say you launched a coffee jar for a coffee bar, okay? Coffee container. You thought, okay, a lot of these aren't dedicated just to coffee. Only one of them, 2 of them say coffee on it. I think I can get in here. I can make a good differentiation. I'll put it up, and I think I could do pretty good here. And maybe you see that there's some people with 20 reviews, some people with 30 reviews, and they're making $5,000 in sales per month, making $6,000 in sales per month. I can get in there if I could just do that much. Be perfect. What you don't see is that they're spending $3,000 per month on ads to get those $5,000 sales in a market that's, doesn't need new sellers, and then they have $3,000 in fees and inventory, and they're actually going negative there, where it looks like to you it's a new listing that's doing great. You got in there, you had the same exact experience. Now from the outside, maybe it does look like you're doing good, but you're going negative and there's no clear path for how to get out of that. The first thing that I would tell you is be quick to move on. With Amazon FBA, I wouldn't say that like an insane amount of persistence towards any one product is the key. I would say an insane amount of persistence towards your goal of having profitable products is the key. So be quick to pivot, right? Don't stick with something for a year longer than you should have, when you could have just broken away with it and had 4 more profitable products in that same amount of time, even 5 or 6 more. So I think being quick to change your strategy is really important. This like stubborn brute force mentality of like, I got into this, I'm going to finish what I started. Well, you can finish it as soon as you get market confirmation. Is it good or is it not? Do people like it or do they not? Are you sticking at the top of the page or are you not? Yes, to some degree, there's some things there that you're responsible for doing that are going to position you well on that page. But other than that, for the most part, if the product's great, the packaging is great, the photography is great, you did the right PPC strategies, you have the right pricing, and it's still not selling well, not really much we can do. I wouldn't then go to Facebook ads and waste another $1,000. I wouldn't go to chatbots. I wouldn't go to giveaway services and go give away all your inventory and spend even more money. It's not the option. Like for me, I'm just thinking about, okay, let's liquidate this inventory. It was not a hit. Maybe let's just before you even start thinking about liquidating or getting rid of it, disposing, drop the price incredibly. It's $22.99, make it $9.99, right? You'll probably make back 40% or 30% of what you spent. You're not gonna make back everything, but it's better. Recoup some of that cost and start over, okay? Hey, some of you are gonna be like, well, that was the only money that I had. Hey, I've been there too. I've failed when I needed it to work. And guess what? I kept figuring out a way to make it work. Whether that was going back to retail arbitrage, great. I had $1,400 and I spent it on private label. Now I only have $200 to start again. It didn't work, it failed. Well, in some way I feel for you. There's half of me that's like, yeah, that sucks. I know, because I've been there and I don't like feeling that way. But the other half of me is like, also like, who cares? And stop doing the poor me thing. Because that's kind of what I need to tell myself too. You failed? Good. Right? You guys ever see that Jocko Willink thing? Good. Didn't work out? Good. You got hurt? Good. Right? You're going to learn from all of those things. Good. It's a good thing that you failed. It's a good thing that experiment had the wrong result. Now you can go and do it the right way. You fail again. Good. Good. You're learning. You're getting out there. You're trying. We talk about Edison with the 10,000 tries, and part of me thinks that 10,000 is ridiculous. Probably wasn't 10,000, but people argue about that. He just kept trying, just like, it's gonna work. You gotta figure it out. That's the same thing here. It's not like it doesn't take money. Every time it's gonna take money, but every time you have to keep trying. So to turn a failed product into a successful, profitable business, price that product extremely low. Get rid of that inventory, recoup. Go 3 months without selling on Amazon again, clear your mind, build up some cash again. Put $200 a week away from your job, if you can. If not, start flipping things, start selling things that you own. Sell your guitar that you never use, sell your, whatever, things in your garage. Americans are like always looking for more money. There's probably 10 grand sitting in your basement right now if you could just go put that stuff on OfferUp. It's not as hard as you would think. That entrepreneur mindset is what is missing. It's like you already have the stuff. Where did the money go? The money went to the stuff. Sell the stuff. You won't get all your money back, but you get a lot back, more than you thought you could. And then there you go. There's your next product to start. And then when you start, think about what went wrong. Every time I've ever failed on Amazon, it has completely shifted in a huge way the way that I think about selling. The reason I've built a blueprint the way that I have for my products, and by the way, nothing I've launched in the last 18 months or 12 months, whatever it is, I forget what year it is, has failed. Like, since I've set up my blueprint, and like every time I fail, like I figure it out. Not that I'm never going to fail again, but the percentage is different, right? Most things are successful. Occasionally something doesn't work. It will happen again to me. I'll get confident about something, go for something, and it's not going to work, and I'm going to get real humbled again really quickly. And that's why I think it's a good thing when these things don't work out. It can be annoying when it doesn't work out 3 times in a row. Yes. Hey, also been there, right? Back-to-back failures. They hurt so bad. Because what they do is you start getting in your head. Start thinking, maybe I can't do this. That's not necessarily true. Liquidate that inventory, sell it for less than what you bought it for. It will fly off the shelf if you put the price low enough. It's Amazon. People are looking for it. You have good photos and a good product, price it low enough, it'll sell. It'll probably sell like crazy. You'll be surprised. And then once that's gone, recoup as much money as you can, turn off the ads, turn off the spend, stop the expenses on this, and stop digging yourself deeper into that hole. Let it go out of stock, recoup, set up a new fund, and then come back swinging with the right knowledge, okay? Study some of my videos. Whoever's knowledge it is, just make sure that what you're doing is you're learning from it and you're not playing poor me. That's really not going to get you towards your goal. My responsibility, I feel, is to get myself towards my goals and then share. I feel like I have this responsibility to share what I'm learning and distribute the knowledge further than myself. It's up to you guys what you want to do with it. I'm just here talking. It's just sound waves. You could interpret it as you want and do with it what you will. But I do feel a responsibility to kind of, sometimes, I think motivation's kind of bullshit, but push, right? Push in the right direction. Showing you what could happen. Showing you the possibilities. That's what it's all about. So, not a super in-depth tutorial today, but I felt just like I needed to talk about that because think about people failing and like, okay, here's a good story. We'll wrap up with this. I have a student, I had a student, he's more of a peer now because he's gotten so big. When he first started out, his name is Brian, and his first product failed, right? Getting bummed out, like working a normal job, normal dude, normal amount of money to invest, something like $2,000 or $3,000 to start. Long story short, within 18 months, he ended up selling his Amazon FBA business for over $500,000 in cash directly into his bank account. And it's changed his life forever. It only took a couple ASINs. Good timing, couple ASINs, getting into the market with good branding. Right? Imagine if he had stopped. Probably would have taken him 10 years to make that much money. Working a normal job, like, right? What was the average income? $30,000 to $40,000 for an individual, or $50,000 for an individual in the US? 10 years to make $500,000. 18 months. So I'll leave you that. Do with that what you will as well. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.